but no one will be sitting there anyway.
Maddie, introduce peoples.
All right, we
are live in 5.
Are we live?
we're live. I don't know. We're probably live.
You need to turn your phone on silent.
Who's not on silent?
1. It says Carlos Dyonisio.
Oh, just start live streaming. Oh, well
Oh my
done.
gosh, make it silent.
Are we live? We're live.
Are we live?
We are live, everyone.
We
Hello.
are live.
Welcome to
Oh,
episode... What did you realise?
Yeah, he's typing on the table. Guys, he
Okay.
said, don't tap on
Hello.
the table.
He said don't bang the table, and then he
bang the table, and
types.
then I type on the table. Yeah, this microphone's are
Okay,
picking up everything.
I thought we would get better at this as we went along, but I think this is the worst start to an episode that we've
The audio
had.
is doing great, okay?
Maybe this is the beauty of it. Maybe this is the beauty of it.
Oh, I just banged
It's
on the table.
real.
I'm gonna get some
It's
water
real.
and I'll be back.
You've
So
always said that. Take your headphones
off.
out.
I'm doing it. It's everyone. Oh, I didn't start talking. I should probably start.
Oh my goodness. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Executive Producers, episode number 3.
Everything's fine. Everything's fine.
There was just a huge bang outside, but everything is fine.
Someone just spit on the stairs. It's fine.
Yeah, that's fine. It's fine. We had some great feedback from the last
Hold on.
episode.
Shelley, send me a message. Maybe it's not working. Oh, she said yay. Okay.
Oh, okay. The
It's
suspense,
okay,
Shelley.
everyone. It's okay.
Everything is
everyone.
fine.
Everything is fine.
Specifically,
And Shelley, you look great.
yeah,
Sorry,
you
carry
look
on.
so good, Shelley. We love
She
you.
always looks great.
Always.
She always looks great. It's a true story. You're laughing, but it's true.
I had a lot of roller coaster related comments after our last episode, specifically because we were talking about like Australia's Wonderland and how I was like way too scared to go on anything when I was a kid. And I think people have both fond and like horror memories from Australia's Wonderland, which you have none. No, it's gone now. It's Wet and Wild now.
Germs.
Yeah, ew.
Sorry.
And we have some cool stuff planned for this episode.
So excited.
Thank you for joining us, whether you are with us live on YouTube right now or watching back on YouTube or even listening to the audio via your preferred podcast format, however you're joining us. We love you. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. And today, actually, we have the return of some of our popular previous segments, like the B list.
Oh, I love the B list.
Oh my goodness.
Return of the Mac.
And
Or
also
the B-list. Sorry, it was funnier in my head.
return of top 5 as well. So I asked you all to do some homework.
Love homework. Not really.
Yeah.
But for this, it's a noble case, so it's okay.
Oh my gosh. But housekeeping.
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 We have a website. Did you mention the website?
I haven't mentioned the website.
Oh.
Do you like websites?
I love websites. Do you like websites, Corinne?
If they have shoes on them.
Okay, note to self.
We need
Put
to
some
put
shoes.
some pictures of shoes. Oh gosh, this is going great.
At the moment, there aren't any shoes on it.
No,
but
yeah,
but there
we'll
can
fix
be.
Is that a trick question?
What?
Do you like website?
Yeah.
It's sort of a running joke
Yeah,
that we've had.
Okay.
Yeah.
Between two ferns. It requires some. Anyway,
I've seen that one.
yeah. But anyway, where were we?
Websites.
We have a website.
We have a website.
executiveproducerspodcast.com.
Yeah.
Very easy.
Executive. Yeah. Know the right.
Know the.
Yeah. Executiveproducerspodcast.com.
Easy to remember. Just go there. The website at the moment looks terrible. But our first episode
Yes.
is there.
Yeah.
If you want to listen to it. The second episode,
Yeah.
the audio is a bit damaged. It'll take me some time to fix it, but I'll try.
Yeah. So if you want to tell all of your friends about this awesome podcast that you've been listening to,
Yes,
you can link them up.
absolutely.
And it also means that you can email us as well.
Oh, yes.
Because we love hearing from everyone who's
emails.
listening.
We have official emails.
Guys, do you know how much you can do with an email? It's awesome.
It's the advancement of technology.
So,
The latest things.
so if you want to email Carlos, then you can email Carlos at executiveproducerspodcast.com.
Yes.
And if you want to email me, you can email Maddie at executiveproducerspodcast.com. And if you would like to email Corinne, you can email Maddie at... Just email me because
Corinne gets enough emails.
She's got enough emails, doesn't want any more. But it doesn't mean that she doesn't want to hear from you. So just email me.
That's true.
And
That's true.
we'll discuss it in this format. But
gosh.
legit, every time we do this, I really appreciate the comments and stuff
Yeah,
that we
it's
get from
awesome.
people. So if you're watching live, then comment away throughout the
Yes.
episode, and then we'll come back to it at the end. And if you're
100%.
listening to this afterwards and you're like, oh my gosh, I have my own Australia's Wonderland story, then
Please let us know.
email us. Don't email
Yes.
Carlos, email me.
Hit Maddie up.
Or Carlos at executiveproducerspodcast.com.
Or just email me. Or email both of us.
All of us.
See me.
Excellent. You ready for the rent? What is the rent
No,
segment?
wait. No, I have more housekeeping.
Oh, you have more house. Okay, you do your
I'm
housekeeping.
sorry,
Okay,
I'm sorry.
I'll drink my water here in my corner.
Carlos is
While I
excited
look at
about
analytics.
our segment called I Want to Rant with Somebody. So stay tuned for that. But more housekeeping. I feel like we probably sounded a little bit... I thought we were sounding desperate about this, and I didn't think that we'd actually get any leads on this.
Desperate.
Right?
Okay.
But we've been saying that we need a producer,
Yes.
especially because...
Oh, great. We found a producer.
Well, so if you're watching online, you probably can see that Carlos is like massively multitasking
I'm
at the
doing
moment.
500 things at the same time.
Yeah, exactly.
To make sure the audio sounds good.
It's all very complicated and we don't understand
it's
it
not
at
that
all.
complicated.
It's
It's just-
complicated to us.
Oh, it's simple.
So we have put out the call that we need a producer, and
Yes.
I wasn't expecting much because we sounded so desperate about it.
Well, we were kind of desperate,
But I've
if you
actually
remember.
received some comments and questions,
Oh, yes.
including from this person called Anita.
From this first
I like that name. It's a good name. Shout out to
beautiful
all
name.
the Anitas out there.
beautiful name.
You might have met her, and she says, I would be your producer in a flash. I have extensive experience, which I assume makes me well equipped for the role. So I'm like, oh, cool, let's discuss
Yeah, I
this
saw
more,
that.
right?
I saw that too, yeah.
So I sent that to you guys.
That was great.
But she also said, first things first, do I actually have to do anything? And can I yell at Carlos?
Oh.
Which makes me think that maybe people have misunderstood what we want. Because the reason we're called the executive producers is because we have a lot of opinions, right?
We do have
Which
a
is
lot.
what
I
the
have a
exec-
lot of opinions.
Yeah, and so in Hollywood, my understanding is that's what the exec producers get to have is a lot of opinions, but without necessarily having to do much.
Yeah.
Right. That's what we like to do with Carlos.
Without having to do much.
Yeah.
Just tell you things,
Sure.
but not much work, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
See, whereas a producer has to hustle.
Yeah.
So I feel like
They don't get the chair, they don't get the hat
yeah, exactly.
because they're on the move.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, exactly. It's all
Good.
like clipboards and like Madonna mics.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
And like,
Oh, I want a Madonna mic though. I want a Madonna mic.
can we
Is
have
that a brand of mics that I
Can we
didn't
have-
hear about?
a Madonna mic?
Guys,
What?
he doesn't know what a Madonna. I know what a Madonna mic is.
Well, yeah, of course. You know everything about celebrities.
It's got nothing to do with a celebrity.
I don't know Madonna.
Hey, Brittany, when she does her lip
You're
syncing,
getting worse.
she still wears the little mic.
Oh, the one that Justin Bieber wears.
His is probably a little bit smaller and more. Anyways. Okay, similar to the one that Justin Bieber wears. I want
Oh, it's a style of mic. Okay,
I want
great.
one.
Yeah.
I want one.
I want one.
Okay,
So,
moving on.
If
Yes,
you're our future producer, we need Madonna mics.
we do need.
If you could get onto that.
please,
It's your
please.
first job.
So I was starting to feel like perhaps this Anita character
Anita
had
character.
misunderstood the role and wouldn't be a good fit. Like, because if she just wanted to be an executive producer, I mean, we got 3 of those already.
Too many. It's too many opinions in one place.
So I did run this past you before I did this, but I sent through some questions for her to answer in sort of an
Okay.
application format. But I haven't gone back to her with feedback because I wanted to go through this with you.
Okay.
Are you ready?
So we're gonna do the feedback live.
Is that all right?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Shots fired.
Did she give us permission for that? Did she sign a waiver?
We can cut this out, right? Okay, so I've said, what experience do you have producing a podcast? That's a good question, right?
It's a great
to
question.
me.
Yeah.
She said none.
She said that she had extensive experience.
Okay, honesty.
Yeah,
Tick.
that's true.
Okay, all right.
Next question.
All right, I'll give you that one. I'll
She
give
said,
you the honesty one.
I do listen to podcasts.
Oh, no, that's a good plus. I also do listen to podcasts.
Which I dispute, actually.
listens-
Anita, I don't know if you do listen to
If she
podcasts. Because
listens-
I downloaded the apps and everything for you. I don't think you've actually listened.
Okay. Well, though, if her first one was honesty, so if she's still being honest, then she also ticks. She's a good listener. So
Yeah.
she's got honesty and a good listener.
You mean like physically listening to podcasts?
Let's just go physically. Let's go physically.
She has
Oh,
the physical
gosh.
ability to listen.
listen to a
Anita,
podcast.
I'm on your side, babe.
That's
I
I'm
know.
on your
Watch,
side.
watch this happen. Me and Carlos are going to just rag Anita, and you're going to be like, you know what?
She's got 2 points. 2 points. 2 questions. She's got 2 points.
No, I
Let's go
think
have
listening. Listen, I think listening to podcasts is an important skill for someone who does producing because you need to know what they're supposed to sound like.
Right. Yeah.
But she doesn't listen. Is that what
Well-
that's your argument?
Well, I.
Should I be listening to podcasts?
You should be listening to our podcast.
Do you not listen to podcasts? I
I
think you'll like it.
listen to a few, but
It's good if you're driving a lot.
I listen
not
to
just-
like
Churchy ones.
yeah.
Yeah, good. No, that's good. Good quality audio. It's, you know.
Okay.
Anyway, moving on.
Okay.
Next question.
Okay, I've said, are you organized as well?
She's very organized. Okay, I will give her that point. She's.
You haven't
Hang on,
even
you haven't heard the
heard her
answer.
answer.
Oh, what did she say? I'm just being the advocate here.
Okay, yeah, evidently.
the
Okay,
advocate.
yeah, exactly. Okay, she said, yes, I'm regularly laughed at by haters for having the most organized desk
That's it.
and obsessively labeling and color coding everything. See, there are no labels here right now.
There are
Can I
lots of
just point
cables.
out?
She could organise this.
She could organize.
So far,
oh.
she's got 3 for 3. She's almost hired.
Sorry, I burped.
And ew.
I never burped. I don't know what happened.
If we had a producer,
Shout out
that
to
wouldn't
Phoebe and
happen.
Yeshua.
Oh,
She
gosh.
said, people come to me when they can't find something and I always know where it is. That's pretty good quality.
I need that quality.
Okay, that is
in my
that is a
life
good quality.
in
I
general.
need her in my house.
Yeah. Okay, so she's got 4 out of 4. How many questions were there?
What are you talking about? That was only 2. That was the second question.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Anita, can you count? Because we need help with that.
Well, that was not one of the questions.
Oh, dear.
Okay,
This is going great.
this is a bit behind the scenes to reveal this kind of question, but I feel the audience is our family.
Is it PG?
right?
Of course.
Yeah, yeah.
That's M.
No, I just mean it sounds a little bit like, I don't know.
That's okay. Go
Okay.
for it.
Let's go with it.
Go for it.
So I said the executive producers is basically an intelligent and refreshing perspective on current events, issues, and on Hollywood.
Okay.
Really?
Sure.
Is that what it is?
Mm-hmm.
Or is that what she said?
That's what I've said. So the question is, do you know any celebrities? I was expecting the answer to be no, and right?
What did she say?
You expected the answer to be
Yeah,
no,
of
right?
course. I don't know any celebrities.
I feel like everyone knows at least one.
Who? Who do you know?
It's an Australian.
Who do you know?
Who do you know?
A few. Not
Who?
like best
Who?
friends.
Excuse me.
That was episode
Excuse
3
me?
of our celebrity podcast,
And you've
and
just
you're
found
just
out
like,
you know celebrities.
but
yeah, I know like 3.
Not personally that we hang out, but that I either have hung out with or like not like I've been
Urgent.
to places
Breaking news. Tell
because
me.
we have mutual friends
on.
or something like that.
Please enlighten,
Right.
enlighten us.
You've never?
Have you? No.
Well, I got to work in a magazine, so I got to interview people. Which
But that doesn't classify as knowing
exactly.
a celebrity.
But that's what I'm saying. So I'm not saying that I personally know them, but I've been out with people because we have a mutual friend or something like that.
Like out for
mutual
leisure,
friend.
not to interview for work.
No, like I've never interviewed anyone. So
Sure, but that's like a
if
job.
you
The
to
celebrity
a-
will interview with you regardless
like
if they're
you
your
go to
friends
a
or
dinner
not.
or something.
Yeah,
And there's
that's
just a celebrity there.
Yeah.
who.
Well, do I? I don't know if I name drop or not. That's what I'm saying. Who watches this? Like, I don't want to be that person.
All
Oh, we'll keep that. We'll keep that offline.
Episode
But I'm
4.
very interested.
We're gonna workshop this.
We're going to
Work out
talk
what we
through
can
this.
say.
We're definitely going to talk through.
I am the most confidential person you will ever find.
Yeah, I
on this
know, it's
planet.
really annoying. So back to Anita, who is less confidential.
So who are the celebrities that she knows?
You know what? I've said she's less confidential, but she's being annoying here. She said, well, a certain Australian pop icon.
See, I told you.
She's a bit unpredictable, so I don't want to name names. She went to the same school as my brother, so I don't understand why you need to ask me this question.
So you probably know her as well.
So
if she's an Australian, she's a singer. But that's what I'm saying. There's like 3 Australians that I've been out with, but I don't personally know them.
I just remembered.
All right, can I do my
connection.
rant? I really want to do my rant.
Oh my gosh!
Okay,
I haven't even finished yet.
Okay.
Do you want a producer or do you want to keep doing?
I 100% would like a producer to do all of this for me.
Are we thinking there's going to be Anita though?
I think maybe not.
All right, next question.
Okay. To wrap up, I also asked what her compensation expectation is. At first, the question that I wrote was, what's your salary expectation?
We got nothing.
But yeah, and that's quite a long answer, so I won't read all of it. But it ends in and $10,000.
What's the beginning of the answer? Read the whole answer. Read the whole keyboard. I don't know that you need to read the answer. I need to hear her answer.
No, we need to move on. So
I would like to rant with somebody.
Wait.
Okay. Oh, we need to decide if
nay?
we're gonna hire her.
Or do you need to sleep?
Can she press buttons?
I can
can teach her.
I want to press the buttons.
Do you want to be? No, but you need to be sitting behind the microphone.
I'm sitting behind the microphone.
No,
I
saying-
want to press those buttons.
Oh, I mean the computer buttons.
I like the buttons with the lights on them.
All right.
Oh gosh, why is this live?
Yeah, I love it. Anyway, so yay or nay?
Look, I'm not promising
$10,000.
$10,000.
Yeah, no, we can't pay. We can't afford.
We make a lot.
I'll give you
but
10,000 hugs. If you can accept my offer of 10,000 hugs.
Don't offer something that you can't deliver.
Is she a
You would be
creeper?
entering a contract.
I'll give her a shout out in my
that
vlog.
I know, and if she's not a creeper, then I'll give her 10,000 hugs.
How are you going to give it to... You know how many that would be? Over how many years?
Well, I could like
Over
power
10
hug
years?
her when
That's
you like.
1,000 hugs a year over 10 years.
That's easy. You could do like.
What did you say? A
If
million
I hugged
hugs?
her like
10,000.
if I hugged
That's
her
a lot
like
of hugs.
100 times a day, I'd
What?
not-
Why would you hug her?
So on Sundays it's gonna be every 5 minutes.
I just hang off her.
Give me a
I
hug.
just hang off her. No, that's not a good idea.
Oh,
So this has been housekeeping.
I'm too
I think I'm gonna change my rent.
We'll come back to you, Anita.
We've hardly even talked about celebrities yet.
But only the ones that Anita knows that we don't know who it is, and
Anita
also the
is-
ones that Corinne apparently
You
knows
know,
that we don't know who it is.
Mutual friends, you know, you just hang out, you go
Just
out,
hang out,
blah, blah,
go
blah,
out
blah.
for dinner.
Guys, the celebrities aren't my mutual friends. It's the mutual friend that we have is the
Okay,
reason that I was at dinner.
Beautiful, great.
I don't want to be
That's
that
the same
person.
No,
thing.
that's fine. It's okay.
Having mutual friends
Yeah.
and having one friend who is a mutual friend is the same thing.
Look, I have a friend who has one of Justin Bieber's shoes. Can I say that I know him? How he left at Carl Lenz's house and then Mike Vogel just was like, "Oh, I'll take the shoes." What? I think it's a great. I would take his shoes. He's not gonna come back and get them. Why are you looking at me like? Let's rant with somebody. It's time for the rant.
Okay.
I'll stop talking.
Our new favourite segment, I want to rant with somebody, which is where one of us has a rant.
And
Tell
today
us.
it's me.
Yeah.
Yesterday was 1 year that I vlogged every day.
Oh, wow.
I forgot. I didn't even. Thank you. I didn't even.
Would you like a piece of chocolate?
I would love a piece of chocolate. I've been looking at this chocolate.
No, don't.
Okay.
It's a celebration.
Okay. No, later. I'll have the chocolate
You're
later.
into the microphone again.
Oh wait, this the microphone. Anyway.
Can
And
you
I've been
rant, please?
in today's video I was thinking about the state of YouTube. And to be honest, YouTube.
Wow.
This last year it's been very frustrating because everything is like clickbait. All the videos have if you don't have a clickbait thumbnail, if you don't have a clickbait title, people put a lot of effort into videos and they get almost no views. But then comes this some random person who puts no effort into a video and makes this clickbait about a trend and dabs 20 times or something. And it gets like 1 million views and you're just like, what the heck is going on with this? And I was thinking, whose fault is this? Is it the creator's fault? Is it the people who click? But then you look into media and you look into headlines in news.
They all do it too.
It's everywhere. Like the the headlines are clickbait, and then you go and read the actual article and like, oh, it's not really what the heck. Often newspapers and respected newspapers have to go and change headlines because people point out this is not very correct, and then they're like, oh, sorry, yeah, we'll fix it. So I don't know, it's annoying, but where's the problem? Is the problem, do you think society's gonna go that way and now we're gonna have movie posters that are clickbait?
Are you asking a question?
Yeah,
Answer.
like do you think
It's the people. The clickbait, the person that created the clickbait is smart and switched on.
okay, but like
We are so
everyone
desperate.
goes in,
We are so
into it.
desperate in society to want to find the quickest way, the fastest way, the
Okay.
no way. They want this information right now. Let's just type it in Google. We're that generation. When I was a kid, when I was little,
Yeah.
we didn't have Google.
but it's not just the
Well-
information though, it's also
But I think it's for only short-term gain, though, because
Yes,
I think if
yes.
you look at
People
like,
don't want to proper research anymore.
but an outlet that is doing like, I guess, deceptive clickbait, like you're talking about, right? When you click through and you're like, oh, that's actually not what the story's about. Does that happen for you for BuzzFeed? Because it doesn't for me, say for BuzzFeed. See, I think like some outlets, even though they're like super popular, they know that they need to protect that trust with their audience as well.
Sure, I
So
see.
they want to write their headlines in a way that you want to click on it, like, oh my
Yes,
gosh,
yes.
this cat did this, or like
Yeah.
whatever. But they don't actually want to write a headline that implies something
that is so
you're
deceptive
not
that
gonna
people are
get,
not gonna try again.
because then
What is
you might get the
what do the
click.
viewers think? Is anyone commenting?
By the way, if you write comments in the chat, we're gonna discuss them at the end.
Yeah.
I am getting your comments, but I'm trying not to look at them because I'm trying to focus on what's happening here. But at the end of the podcast, we're gonna discuss the comments and we're gonna talk through them. The reason why we're not gonna talk live is because they're a bit delayed and it will be very confusing. But please let us know your thoughts about this. How do you feel?
Or email us.
Or email us at Carlos at executiveproducerspodcast.com or Maddie at executiveproducers.com or Corinne at Maddie at executiveproducers.com because Corinne already gets too many emails if you didn't hear that part in the beginning of the podcast. But that's my rant. It's just...
So on a similar note,
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to talk about Spotify because I don't know if you guys have seen any of the like recent controversy about Spotify.
No. Oh, fill me in.
Which is like sort of similar where people are like trying to game the system.
Oh.
So like part of the like controversy and the allegations against Spotify firstly is that like they've got all these really popular playlists, right? But like every time someone plays a song on Spotify for like more than 30 seconds, then Spotify has to pay like the licensing costs, right, to the artist. So then there are these like playlists like ambient chill or whatever, which are really, really popular and might get like hundreds of millions of plays. But that becomes really expensive for Spotify to like pay all of the different artists.
Because they just... someone
Because
plays
they're
that
played so many
24/7.
times, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So the allegations, which Spotify denies, is that the allegations that some of these like news outlets are saying is that Spotify is paying producers like to set up as fake artists basically on Spotify to like
Oh
pad
my
out
gosh.
like their playlists.
I feel
so they
like
don't have
Spotify
to,
is dodgy. Like,
And-
so many of the massive... I don't know how true these are because I didn't do my research. But like I remember Taylor Swift, I think it was. I'm pretty sure Beyonce. They all took their music off
Right.
Spotify because as an artist, yes, they get a lot of money, but they were actually getting ripped off by Spotify.
they didn't feel like
I see, yeah.
So I feel
the
like
art was
Spotify-
being recognized properly in terms of the compensation.
Yeah.
It is the way they do their payment system is they get all the plays they have and they split the revenue through all the plays, and whoever gets more plays, that's how they share the money. Does that make sense? So if in 1 month they get like 1 billion plays and they have
And $1 billion.
$1 billion,
Yeah.
they will split that. That's a lot of money. It's probably not 1 billion, but you get the point.
Yeah.
They will give each play $1. But if this artist got
Pretty much all of it.
but a
All of
lot
it,
of it will
let's
get
just say
most
all
of the
of it.
money, and the other people who got 10 plays or something will
Yeah.
get a little bit of money.
Yeah.
So yeah,
And then apparently there are these like other artists as well, because like especially Taylor Swift is a good example where like there are these artists who aren't on Spotify, but people don't necessarily know that, so they still go and search for like Shake It Off or whatever. And there are these other artists who have like created their own songs called like Shake It Off, and they might even sound similar, but they're like slightly different.
Yeah.
And then there's like all of these people like clicking through and like playing it and whatever. And if you like listen to the song for 30 seconds and then realize, oh, that's not the song that I wanted, then they still get the play.
So dodge.
That's amazing.
And
Wow.
the other thing that I was reading in this space
The
is...
producer tells you to face the camera a little bit.
Oh. I was getting too
Anita
excited.
just messaged me. She really wants a producer job.
She's not even watching
No,
live.
I know. I'm joking.
This is my new segment. This is shady. I feel like
We have props.
We're getting lots of surprises from Corinne today. She knows celebrities. She's not wearing sunnies inside.
I feel like Spotify.
You're like Casey Neistat. Do you want
reason-
some like white paint?
For some reason, whose case they're wet. I don't know why they're wet.
Ew.
But I just feel like they came out of my bag.
Oh, that doesn't make it better that they're wet.
It's on my bag. But I feel like Spotify shady.
Shady. Way shady.
Shady,
So
shady.
while we continue to speak about them, I will wear my shadies.
And apparently artists like Chris Brown and Drake, like they're clever with understanding these systems. So they're like their latest albums have had heaps of tracks on them, right?
Oh.
Because the more tracks that you have, if someone plays the whole album, then that means that you had a lot of song plays, which like maybe it's important so that you get the cash, but also it's so that you like go platinum and that you're like on the charts and stuff, because each individual song play.
DJ Khaled's latest
going
album has
too
like a
deep into
lot of
this?
tracks.
Right.
And some of them are just like 1 minute of him talking.
Right. Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
all he does is really talk.
But yeah, if it's one track
over
and
people's songs.
yeah, and it's played for like more than 30 seconds, then it,
That's
like,
amazing.
That's how the system
I
works.
feel like I'm just going to keep wearing these glasses.
No, I love it.
Conversation.
This is great.
So when did it stop being about the heart, people? All the emotion and the heart. Why is it just about the money now, guys?
Well, right. So this is like...
So you can't even see deep into my eyes how serious I am because I'm wearing these glasses. That's great. But I'm so serious right now.
Also, similarly, Kanye and Jay-Z have had this massive falling out over Tidal as well. So, like, they've been like... I thought they were like besties.
Kanye,
right?
what are you doing?
And Kanye did the whole like he released his album like exclusively on Tidal, like before he released it anywhere else, and all of this stuff.
And then Jay-Z just dropped his new one.
And then Jay-Z just dropped his new album, yeah. But they've been arguing about, I think it's about money, and so Kanye's walked away from Tidal.
Oh wow. Wow.
It's a hard life.
That's
being
crazy.
a celebrity and the money and everything.
I just think it's in this, it's just selling albums is not the right business model anymore.
Yeah.
I think. Look at Chance the Rapper. Like his story is actually fascinating because he released his first album without a label, and he still releases his albums without a label for free.
Yeah.
Right? And then other people went and copied his album and made a bootleg CD and sold on Amazon his tracks that he put up for free. And he tried to prosecute them, but the label but the label organization thing didn't give him any assistance to do that because he was not in a label. It's this fascinating thing, and I love what he's doing there because I think it's a different business model. I think somehow we need to evolve, and I don't know if Spotify is in the wrong or anything, but I do think streaming services are probably a good way to go.
Yeah.
But it's just how to compensate the artist is a different story. Like I don't know.
It's definitely better for the consumer than like buying albums and stuff, because that model wasn't working.
Sure, yeah, it wasn't working. People were just downloading them online, or torrent or something.
None of us, obviously.
Yeah, no, not me. Just some Hillsong albums.
I I legit wouldn't even know how.
Just don't do
I'm,
some
like,
kids
way
album.
too
Sorry,
scared
Dave
to-
and Becky.
Oh my gosh. I'm way too scared of getting viruses, hey. Like,
I'm joking.
I'm scared of any
I'm
dodgy
joking.
websites.
Okay, we just lost a couple of subscribers. Bye, Dave. Bye, Becky. But I think I don't know what's the answer. I don't know, but I think we need to go in the right direction. I think that's where it needs to go. The streaming and somehow finding
the big
a way.
issues, though, right? Because like so often the players who are talking about this, they're already earning hundreds of millions of dollars.
Oh no, totally. The people we're talking about,
Like, it's how.
Even if you look at Justin Bieber's Purpose tour, he doesn't need to sell any albums because just the money from the tour itself.
Yeah, but how do you get people to come to the tour unless you have an album that's getting played on the radio?
No, sure, all right.
And on Spotify,
but it's like Chance the Rapper. He only gets money through the performance, right?
Yeah.
So I think and I think for Justin Bieber, because he's performing so much lately with his Purpose tour, he probably gets so much more money from the album, from the performance itself, than from selling the music.
Well, yeah, but it's also like sponsorships and all of that stuff as well.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And free Calvin Klein underwear.
Right.
It's going to bring me all the way back to it's always about money.
Right, and I don't want to go into the details of this story, but I don't know. Have you guys been following like the Johnny Depp story this year?
No.
Like in terms of his money,
Divorce?
like sort of post divorce. But like if you look at this headline from the Hollywood Reporter from May, this is Johnny Depp. What happened to $650 million?
Oh my gosh, is that
An explosive legal battle between one of Hollywood's best paid actors and the business managers he fired has laid bare tumultuous finances, outrageous spending, and troubling behavior. Blah, 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 blah. So, like, there's, like, so many details and so many, like, he said, she said with all of that. But, like, this idea that, like, Johnny Depp, like, lost $600 million and only recently found out, that's, like, crazy to me, right? So, next segment, top five.
Top five. Love top five. I'm so excited for top
I
five.
said you
Top
had
five.
homework in this space of, like, celebrities, money, how do you lose $600 million? Here's my question for you. If you were a financial advisor
Yes.
to celebrities, who would be your top five celebrity clients?
Okay.
And why?
Who starts?
Can we first discuss, like, how easy it was or what were you thinking? Like, what kind of people were you
Mine
thinking
literally
about?
was an instant.
I'll have
It's
to do it while
straight-
each person has a different reason.
Straight into my
Yeah,
mind.
okay.
I went straight for this person because I feel like they need a financial advisor because I feel like they must be terrible with money.
Right.
And
That's
then as soon as
amazing.
I thought about that person, I thought about the other end of it, and that was, well, I would want them because I
That's
think
so
they
much-
do really well,
Yeah.
and I would want them on my. I would want to be like
Getting a cut
representing
of
them,
that.
yeah. And then people were like, "Well, who's your financial advisor?" Cha-ching! Thank you very much. It's me. It's never going to happen. But so I'll start with the first, and the first is no haters, guys, but the Kardashians.
Right.
Okay.
So, minus Rob. Sorry, Rob.
Oh,
So the girls, so
Like,
the 4 girls. So
seriously, we don't need to go into that, but Rob, like, pull your life together.
get your own money. Stop
Seriously.
getting off your mum and
Yeah.
sell your socks yourself.
I'm disappointed in you, Rob.
Socks, that was socks for your feet.
So, yeah, the Kardashians.
So Courtney, Chloe, Kim,
Kim.
and Chris, all for various reasons. I think they're
Kylie.
good
Kendall?
businesswomen. Well, I'm sticking with the Kardashians then because I needed 4.
Oh,
If
this
it
is,
was
like,
this is
literally your
this is
life.
my top 5.
That's so
the
funny.
That's great.
So the
Yeah.
4
That is
girls,
great.
for obvious reasons,
Yeah.
they would look good in my portfolio. Now, don't know if you all know about this one, but Bradley Cooper. He's a well-known actor.
This is an interesting choice.
Okay, you ready for the reasoning?
Yes.
He's a well-known actor. Like, you know Bradley Cooper, right?
Yeah, no, Bradley
so you know
Cooper from
lots
Between
of
Two
movies.
Ferns. That's the only reason.
Guys,
Come on, you must have seen him in something.
please,
I'm
have you
just kidding.
seen Bradley
Okay.
Cooper in movies? He's in a lot of movies. He's not just a pretty face.
Right.
Although that's a moneymaker, he's actually a really good actor.
Yeah.
He's in a lot of big movies. He's, what do you call it, co-stars in a lot of big movies with a lot of big names. He's a big deal in Hollywood, right?
Yeah.
And he's been doing it for a long time. He's got a lot of money. Now, He lives with his mum still, people.
What?
Shut up.
No, he doesn't.
He still lives with his mum.
Oh,
serious?
no.
Unless in the last 12 months, because it was about 12 months ago when I was listening to his interview
That's
that he lives
amazing.
with his mum.
That is amazing.
And if
so adorable.
it kind of
Only
is.
because it's Bradley Cooper.
It kind of is.
If it was anyone else, I'd be
If it
like,
was,
come on.
yeah, like move out, please, just move out. But, like, regardless of that, like, get some investment properties. If you're not even gonna, if you're living with
Yes.
your mum, Bradley
Yes.
Cooper, if you're
Yes.
listening, please
You
take my
please.
financial advice and get yourself
That is good.
some of those Beverly Hill mansions
What, you reckon?
and invest into them. And
You reckon his paychecks are just going into his like Dolomite account?
not necessarily his Dolomite account, but he doesn't own a house. So if you
That's
don't,
amazing.
this is funny.
What?
So
So LA,
it was him
right?
doing his
Wow.
interview.
Wow.
Wow.
It was his words that came out of his mouth, and I was just thinking as I was looking, you are a pretty face, but
You need some
boy,
help?
you need some help.
Right.
So, yeah.
yeah.
And I actually never thought about any of that until you asked me that question, and it literally popped into my head. For that reason,
That's so interesting. I never would have thought of Bradley Cooper.
Wow.
yeah.
Um,
He might. So my bad. He might have cleaned up his act in the last 12 months, guys. I don't know. Like, don't
maybe
take
his
Bible
mum's,
word
like,
on
really
that.
sick or
But
something and he looks after her.
Maybe he does. Maybe he has a good reason.
well, what was his excuse for not having investment properties?
Well, yeah.
I don't know.
My turn.
Yes, sure.
Yeah, your turn before I want to rant with somebody about Bradley Cooper.
Oh my gosh. Keep it that for the next episode. All right, so this is what I'm thinking. David Lynch. Just because I want to be close to him, but I don't think we can be.
what I was thinking
I don't
as
think we can
well,
be
but-
friends.
Um,
Oh, he's a director, producer. He's a genius that does horror movies. Twin Peaks.
he's also like sort of a weird guy.
He's he's this weird guy that I don't think we'll be friends because he's
Like,
old.
I don't
and-
like
He has
weirdos.
He has his own like the David Lynch Center, right?
You
So
can't
like,
be friends with a
meditation.
weirdo. Don't be friends with a weirdo.
No, but he's not weird.
but he's like a
It's
creative
just
genius.
he's a creative weird, like creative weird. So him.
Friends with Jerry Seinfeld. He is.
So yes, I also would like to do Jerry Seinfeld.
That's way too much pressure.
well,
It's
it's
like
just,
$1 billion to manage.
but it's because I think also we probably wouldn't be friends. But
this is your in.
it's like a way of getting to him. It's not the kind of I don't know. I mean, maybe we'd be friends. And
Imagine that though, because then you'd like be
I don't
the
know how many
finance-
Porsches he has because no one knows. Like he has hangers and hangers full of Porsches.
Did you have 5 separate people?
Yeah.
Are you bored?
No. I don't know.
Come
who
on,
he
no.
is.
I have some controversial things.
Okay.
What? You don't know who Jerry Seinfeld is?
No, I
Oh no,
don't
David
know.
Lynch.
No,
Forget
carry
about
on,
David
carry
Lynch.
on, carry on.
Maybe some people do.
Okay.
Anyway, so Jerry Seinfeld for the same reason. I wouldn't do Justin Bieber because we're gonna be friends. You can't mix
Right.
friendship and this kind of stuff in
see,
business, right? And Donald Trump because I would like to see.
Don't
I would
you
like.
even.
I would like to see his tax returns.
Oh my gosh.
It's because I'm curious. I told you it was gonna be controversial. Hold on,
Okay, spend some of his
there
money
is
then at
more
least.
controversy coming.
Oh my gosh.
All right.
I regret suggesting this topic.
Shia LaBeouf, because I think he might be in a little bit of trouble lately, and he might need some help in various
And then I'll be
areas of
friend.
his
I'll be
life.
his
He's an
friend.
interesting guy.
I'll be his friend.
yes, and Michael Clooney.
Who's Michael Clooney?
Sorry, what's his name?
George.
George Clooney. Thank you very
Oh
much.
my gosh, George, I'm
Gosh.
sorry. I am so sorry, George.
Up and coming
If you
actor,
ever-
George Clooney.
If you ever,
Michael Clooney.
I'm just so
If you
excited
ever
about
come
my list.
across-
I'm just
if you
so
ever come
excited about
across
my
this
list.
George,
My theory is that
just
you
don't
dad,
even, don't
just
even
like
listen.
me.
Don't even listen to him.
George
don't
Clooney.
know
I would
who
like
this
to be
guy
George
is.
Clooney's financial advisor because he's been selling homes and buying homes and moving
Yes,
his family
name is
around.
George,
yes. And I think he needs a bit of help to see what's going on in his life.
I heard
Yes.
that the Nespresso ads that he did.
How? Why does he still do that? He has so much money. What the heck? Anyway.
So
Because he looks good while he does.
Oh yeah, I know.
the money
Yeah.
that he got from the Nespresso ads, he paid to fund these drones, these surveillance drones in Africa,
Wow.
to watch this warlord. It was like a surveillance
Ah.
thing to like
That's amazing.
keep this warlord like accountable and for like the UN or whatever. So he did this like whole Nespresso campaign,
Wow.
and all the money
It was directly for that.
went for this humanitarian.
That's
thing.
cool. Okay, he's making good decisions already. I feel like he'll be an easy.
Right.
Most of my clients will be really easy to work with.
That's what you want, hey?
Yeah, you don't want anyone who's too troubled and complicated. Otherwise, you're just
Yeah.
gonna be like, Seinfeld doesn't need to make like he already has enough money. If he loses $1 billion, he'll be fine, right?
But that's the thing as well. I was like, oh, like someone like Ashton Kutcher would be.
Oh, yes, good. But what is your list?
Well, I would
that your
have
list?
him on my list
great.
because he's like too savvy, like too good
Yeah.
at this stuff, like better than I am. Like once I actually started thinking about this, I remembered I don't care about money and I hate paperwork. So I actually would need clients. Like,
You need someone who is easy and who can
Yeah.
do stuff for you, so you don't need to do any work.
yeah, exactly. So like one stream of income, doesn't really care about making too much more money.
Oh gosh.
And simplified expenses. That's like
Good stuff,
basically
yeah.
the clients who I'd be looking for. And similar who I could just basically hang out with.
I was gonna suggest as well Mark Zuckerberg. Not because I like him, because I don't. But he needs to buy more clothes, like shoes and pants and good stuff.
You'd be like, as your financial advisor.
Yeah, but spend money on clothes.
Buy some.
Stop wearing this boring black shirt. Okay. Hi, Aaron. Anyway. I'm so sorry, your list. Go for it. We have 10 to 15 minutes left.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
we've got a special guest to get to.
Oh my gosh. Okay, we have so much today.
All right, I will quickly run through this. Okay, similar to you, I was thinking about the Kardashians, obviously, because I love them. So I thought Kris Jenner at first, just because she's like a total guru. But then again, too much pressure. Like she's almost too much of a hustler. So I like their like how they have quite a broad portfolio and they're like coming up with new ideas and stuff, but a little bit less complicated or hard work than Kris Jenner. I'm thinking Chrissy Teigen. Is that how I say her last name? Teigen?
Yeah, Tiger.
Chrissy Teigen.
I don't know who you're talking about.
Because she's like, you know, she does a few different things. Like she models cookbooks.
Tiger
like,
would be cool though. Sorry. Yes. Okay. I'll let you talk.
She's a bit of a hustler, but a little bit easier than Kris Jenner is what I'm thinking.
Great.
I was looking for a good person who's like using their money for good as well. So at first I thought Ellen, but again, almost too much money, too much work.
It's too much. She works too much. It's too much income.
I know.
Too much
She's
stuff.
running a whole show.
Yeah,
You've got to
I
get
know.
all involved in the show's
Oh
finances.
gosh. Have to talk to all these lawyers and the accountants.
No, thank you. That sounds like tons of paperwork. So then I thought Chance the Rapper.
That's a great idea. I will drop any of my clients just for him anytime.
Because he's like
Corinne is like lost.
$1 million for a Chicago school. Like, I'm like, great, easy. I write a check. I can do that for you, Mr. Rapper.
Mr. Rapper. Mr. Rapper.
Again, an easy client. I was thinking Megan Mullally and Nick Offerman. You know Nick Offerman,
I know Nick
right?
Offerman, yeah.
So he's an actor and he runs his own business making
Does he run a
woodwork.
business?
He does his own woodwork.
Oh, Nick Offerman. Yeah. I know
Yeah.
what you're talking about. I thought you were talking about a different Nick, and I was confused for a
But I
moment.
think they have very low expectations in terms of finances. So, like, again, very low pressure. I would just need to, like, make sure their taxes were paid. Like, that's,
Yeah, of course.
That's about all I would need to do.
Yeah.
James, I think, would be a hilarious client.
Why hilarious?
I just think he's very, like, one for them, you know, like one big blockbuster movie.
Oh, sure.
And then like 3 for him. Like he doesn't really care about making money.
Yeah.
And similar to the idea of like a charity, not a charity, like someone who needs help.
Yep.
That's who I was thinking as well. So Amanda Bynes, I was thinking, someone
Who
who
is that? Oh, it's okay.
she was a teen actor who like has been on. She's been looking after herself the last few years.
Okay, cool.
And then returning to the
Okay,
scene.
cool.
Shout out to Amanda Bynes. I love you.
Yeah, me too. I really care about you.
Yeah, me too.
But I
You're-
think
you're
you need
awesome.
help in your financial advising space.
Cool. You ready for the B list?
Oh my gosh, I can't believe we haven't done the B
I
list
feel like
yet.
we have a lot of questions.
No, don't worry about the comments. Don't look at the comments.
I can't read
You
them.
look
I'm just
at
saying
no,
there's a lot.
I will
I
hide
love
them.
it. That's
I will
good.
hide
That means
them.
that we're not going to be able to get through them.
No, it's okay. If we run out of time, it's okay.
Okay.
Okay, B list, then special guest, then your awesome comments.
I would just like to Justin Bieber. Let me just give you some.
Can you explain what the B list is?
Oh, so the B list. Welcome to the B list. I am the host of the B list because honestly I don't know much about celebrities, and all I know is the B list celebrities, aka YouTubers, and also I know Justin Bieber, not personally.
I do.
Great, Aaron. But I know a lot about Justin Bieber, so I can talk about him. Now, he was here last week. We had Hillsong Conference, which is the conference of my church, our church, and he came to attend the conference. And while he was here for the conference, there was lots of headlines, and I thought the headlines were quite fascinating. So I'm going to run through some headlines and just comment about them and correct them.
Okay.
This one from the Daily Mail says, "One less lonely girl. Magazine makes bizarre claims Justin Bieber's once an Australian wife and pal, Hillsong pastor Crow, has been enlisted to hold auditions to find the lucky lady." These people are dreaming. Oh, it's probably the kind of headlines that will attract traffic. They're like, oh my gosh, I can never date Justin Bieber again. Maybe I should go to Australia and be one of the people. I don't know. You know what people will do. But no, this is incorrect. Okay, no, that's not why he's here. He didn't come here to find a wife. I as far as I know, but that doesn't seem very credible. And then this other one, Justin Bieber's been leading mass dabs at the Sydney Hillsong Conference. I love it because he went to Young and Free Conference with it's the youth conference.
Like mass, I like that.
Mass dabs.
Yeah, I like that.
Like so many dabs.
Yeah,
Double
but also
dab.
like a church service, like mass.
Oh, that's what.
Like that's a good headline. I like that.
My gosh. Oh my gosh. But anyway, he went to the...
All these are so shady.
It is just so shady.
Sorry, guys.
But he went to the youth conference and he was pumping up. So the youth are divided into 4 or 5 different groups. And they have like this fight, not really fight. What do you call it? Tribal challenges. And they challenge each other because there's a winner at the end. Because, you know, people like competition, right? So he was there pumping them. And people thought that he was entertaining. People thought that he was performing. There's all these headlines talking about him performing for the people.
Yeah, but he did do dabs, right?
He did do dabs, and then the Peter Toggs, I think.
Do dabs. I feel so old.
Peter Toggs, I think, was on MCing. It was like, who can keep with the Biebs? No one can keep up with the Biebs. And people were copying him. It was funny. This one is Justin Bieber arrives from the Sydney Morning Herald. Justin Bieber arrives back in Australia for $359 per head. Hillsong Conference. I love how they put the price of going to the conference in the headline, as if it's really expensive. Look, we have the venue for 5 days, like a venue where people come and Coldplay comes.
The ticket prices
doesn't pay for itself.
Don't pay for the coverage of hiring the building.
Right, so it's like, this is so expensive, but then people go and pay $500 to go and VIP to watch someone sing for 2 hours. When this is like a 3.5 day event. Anyway, I just find it fascinating that they focus so much on that kind of stuff.
Well, haters gonna hate. Haters gonna hate.
That
don't
stuff.
take it personal.
No. I find it fascinating. I'm just commenting on the headlines. Bieber turns Hillsong Conference dance party. Look,
finally some dancing.
I've been going to Hillsong Conference for 10 years, and every year there's a dance party, whether there's Bieber there or not. So I don't know what they're on about, but sure, he was having a lot of fun. This is so great.
Shout out Ishra.
He's just like one of the rest of us. Justin Bieber skips VIP treatment as he loads his own luggage into a car after sneaking into a Hillsong Conference.
He also puts his own shoes and socks on like
My
a big boy.
gosh.
Did you know that?
He doesn't pay anyone to do that?
No.
That's unbelievable.
No.
Like,
His own shoes and socks, people.
And this is one of my
Ties his
favorites.
laces.
Is Justin Bieber paid to attend a Hillsong Conference?
He's not, but I am. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Well, if you work for church, sure, yes.
Hey, don't
so
mean that.
Funny.
Anyway,
so
that's
funny.
I just find it fascinating how they don't have any information. And they try to make up stuff based on what they see. They don't even go and ask someone, what was he doing? What's that event that he was in? Like, they just make up stuff. Oh, there's people. And
That's what they do
Do
about
some
everyone, though.
research,
None of them
people.
do research.
But research.
That's why I always say this is what I know, but I read it, so don't quote me on it.
exactly.
And I don't know how true this is.
Yeah.
And
Exactly, but why can't they could just ask someone who is
Like
outside of the conference and say, what's going on here?
The whole
they
Kim
don't-
story yesterday.
they don't care.
Where it was like, oh my gosh, is that cocaine in the background
gosh.
of Kim's Snapchat,
Oh my
right?
gosh.
Yes, it was.
The end. No, it was a marble table, right?
A marble table.
Right, so the table was like...
Or it could have been the kids' sherbet, like...
Well, that's what she thought it was at first, right? But then she goes and checks, and the table was just marble.
That's amazing.
Yeah. Hey,
Do you have a special guest? I'm done with my B list.
okay, yeah, I'm gonna,
Who are we calling today? Oh, I can hear it. Can you hear it? Oh, you need to put your headphones on.
okay, all right. So we've been talking about financial advisors.
Look at that. We have a phone connection that people can hear. Hopefully people can hear. Look at that. It's an
Hello.
advancement. Oh, hello.
Hello, are you
Oh
there?
my god, hi.
Oh my
Who is
gosh.
this?
We have...
I'm like trying to be quiet right now because like China's in the next room and it is like she gets so mad. Like if I don't like knock off for like even like 1 second. So you have to like be quiet.
Okay, we'll be really quiet here in Australia.
Thank you like so much.
So thank you so much for
You
joining
like
us
so
on
much. Oh,
the...
sorry. She can hear me. Oh, God.
Yeah, she can hear you. Thanks for joining us on the Executive Producers, where we
Oh my god, you're like so welcome.
we love celebrities.
We love celebrities.
We have a lot
love
of opinions.
celebrities. I know lots of
I
celebrities.
know, I'm like an avid listener.
And we've been talking about celebrities and money and financial advisors today. So it's awesome to talk to an actual celebrity financial advisor.
Oh, really? Is that an actual celebrity financial advisor?
Yeah.
Who do you advise for? Is that one of the questions I'm allowed to ask?
Yeah, go on.
So who do you advise for?
Oh, I couldn't quite hear that. Could you like repeat that like one more
Who
time?
do you advise for?
Oh, I mean, like, I advise for, like, a lot of different people because, like, you know, I'm, like, but, like, mostly for, my best client is Black China. She is, like, my number one right now.
That's great. How are
but
the kids
I also
going?
advise for, like, a lot.
Shut
What
up,
was
like,
that,
shut up.
sorry?
So let's come back to the Black China thing in 1 second.
I always get confused about this
Firstly-
Kardashian situation.
Can we talk a little bit about
Your
you?
life evolves around the Kardashians.
How did you get your start as a celebrity financial advisor?
Honestly, I would say that Black China actually found me on Instagram, and she was like,
It's
you're,
always
like,
where it starts,
really
guys.
pretty. The thing is, as well, is that I actually went to community college, and so I do have a degree in something
Community
kind of
college.
related, which is English literature. But you can take a lot of that and then apply that to financial services.
Seriously?
So would you recommend this as a career?
Yes, and following the exact same path that I took as well.
Okay.
So community college, English lit, and then Instagram.
Do you know how to produce
Well,
podcasts as well?
Yeah, I already had the degree because like I like went to college like earlier, but like
She was born
Instagram kind
like
of got me
this.
my like I was born like really smart, but like the Instagram really propelled me into stardom. I post like tasteful nudes and they get taken down like a lot, but you know, like people do find them sometimes.
Can we Instagram? I want to be famous. Can you
And I have
Instagram
my
us, please?
website,
What are we
like,
Instagramming?
in my like Instagram name. So it's like hashtag cash money. Like I put that in there, and people who are like celebrities will find that.
So when a celebrity is looking for a financial advisor, they'll just go onto Instagram and search for key terms like cash money. Is that what you're saying?
Hashtag cash money. Yes,
Yeah.
that is one of them. And like money, like cash money bitches is like another one that I find works a lot. I'm like so sorry. I just like swore like on the
That's
show.
okay.
And,
I will
like,
beep
I've never
it for
been on
the
here before,
recorded
but I'll never do it.
podcast. It's okay.
So I guess that that tells us what makes a good celebrity financial advisor. But what makes a good celebrity client?
You know, I think that they have to be like open to a lot of my ideas, and I have like a lot of ideas. And you know, I think this is why Black China and I get along so well, and why that she in particular, I mean, in and amongst all my other clients, I mean, she's just really down to do whatever. Like I said, why don't you just approach like a lot of different like car stores, and you can like rent like mini cars for like King's birthday, and it cost her like a lot of money, but it also got her like a lot of exposure, you know? Like, and so now it's like Mercedes-Benz. I mean, they said, don't ever come back here again. But then, like, there were some other car groups that said, like, keep doing what you're doing. I mean, they didn't say it in words,
cars?
but I think that they said
spending all your
with their
money with
mind.
us.
Yeah, that's exactly what they said. And,
You're doing
you gotta
a
spend
good
money to make
job.
money.
Yeah, just
Hashtag
buy
save money.
Porsche anyway. Who wants Mercedes-Benz? Seinfeld knows where it's at.
Is there an idea that's been so crazy that even Black China won't go for it?
I mean, I've had a lot of big ideas like that. A lot of them involve advertising yourself. One of them is like advertising yourself through like skywriting, and that's one that I said, like, call me. And
Sounds
then,
legit.
Like, and then I put my own hashtag in and my own Instagram handle, and that gets me more clients, which really helps everybody.
I think I'll get subscribers on YouTube if I do that.
I don't know, but I'm all about hashtags. Like when I post one, if you actually know me personally, I post one picture, like my hashtags go down the screen further than the space that the picture takes up. So I am all
That's
about
what you have to do.
skywriting and hashtags.
Skywriting and hashtags.
Like I'm with you.
Hashtag skywriting and hashtag.
Hashtag 100%.
This is unbelievable.
That's what people say.
See?
Generally.
Beautiful.
So I heard
You heard it here first.
that Black China's returned a whole heap of expensive stuff to Rob recently. Was that your idea or her idea or
Who's
like
Rob?
the lawyer's idea?
I advised her.
okay.
I advised her not to do that. I said, don't do it. Sell it on eBay.
Sell it on eBay. I was gonna say that. We're twins.
Because that's how you make more money. That's how you make more money. And the
Wait,
lawyer
you
said
can
don't
make
do
more
it,
money
and I
by
said don't
selling
listen to
it
that.
rather than giving it back. Is that right?
Yes, that's correct.
See, okay,
That's like, I mean, you make nothing when you give it back.
Man,
Right.
don't be honest.
Yeah,
Especially if it's
Obviously.
worth a lot.
Yeah, okay.
You sell the sucker.
See, I'm not even on Instagram, so this is.
Well, yeah, this is why you'll never make a financial advisor to start.
I think we've got time for maybe one or two more
One
questions.
more question.
Okay, do you have any just like free financial advice for us? Like, we're not celebrities yet.
I think, this is something that, I think that Corinne can really get behind because of her Instagram hashtagging. But I actually think the same strategy that I use to propel myself into fame and fortune is the same thing that Corinne can use. Tasteful nudes. Just
Did she just say
hashtag cash money.
Where's this going?
I would say do that.
Look,
I also
no.
think
Look, my
that
apologies
there's-
to Bieber. Used to do that on Instagram, and
No, if
he
you don't want my
stopped doing
advice,
that. He's not doing that
Hang up the
anymore.
damn phone.
Okay. Well, let's move on to the.
I'm going to seriously consider that suggestion. Thank you so much for joining
You're
us.
welcome. You're welcome.
Okay, goodbye.
Oh, bye. Okay, now let's go through the comments. Let's go through the comments. Look at that. We had a successful phone call in our podcast today. Yay! Everyone celebrate. The audio was amazing. Oh, great.
There will be no tasteful nudes, just a disclaimer.
No, tasteful,
Disclaimer.
not untasteful.
Big fat disclaimer right here.
Untasteful.
Right here.
We're not gonna get Kramer to take photos of us for a Christmas card.
No.
Anyway, let's go to.
Look, a live podcast is always risky. Let's be real.
You were this guest you're getting, Maddie. Oh my gosh. Let's go through some comments.
Let's go comments.
Yeah, let's.
And then we're gonna finish because Dan is saying my limit's 55 minutes. He needs to go to bed. He needs to work early tomorrow. Okay. But there's some pretty. I've been looking through them. There were some pretty thoughtful questions that we're not gonna discuss today, because I think it's gonna be too much discussion about our Spotify thing. But maybe we can continue the conversation for next podcast.
Yeah. Any of these comments.
So thank you so much for all of these
Thanks so much for your support, for the comments, for being around. We had a good views today, and
Shout out Adrian.
make sure you check out our website after this, because all the audio for our previous episodes and this episode will be there as well, if you'd like to listen to it instead of watching the video, because the video quality is not so good, and watching, like, listening, you can be driving, catching a bus or whatever.
I'm
Anyway,
gonna shout out while you read.
so
shout out
Shelley's
Shelley.
saying, oh hi, and Adrian Abarquez is saying hi, Carlos.
Shout out Adrian.
Silver Show Robbie was there. I think he woke up in the middle of the night to watch
Shout
the
out
podcast.
Silver Show Robbie. We
Thank
love you.
And Montanese is saying, is this the Krusty Krab? Is that the only joke you know, man? Like, come on.
We
Like,
love you, Yeshua. Shout out
But
to
we do love you.
you.
We miss you.
Sure.
And your crusty crab.
Dan is saying, love it. London met Justin Bieber. There's a video that Brooklyn made about London. Name names. You're being too vague. You're being too vague.
Exactly.
Too vague,
The
Corinne.
audience is demanding it.
That is the whole point of the show. Name drop. You see, Dan gets it. Dan gets
That's
it.
terrible.
That's
then
vindication.
please submit your applications to be a new executive producer to Carlos at what is it called again?
Executive Producers
Podcast.com.
.com.
Excellent.
Here's a secret for you. If you want to keep hanging out with the celebs, don't name drop.
Is it true that Brazil is a fourth world country? Probably. I think by now tomorrow will be fifth. Corinne should not press buttons.
Why? They got flashing
It
lights
is a flashing
on
light
them.
button, yes. Then they made some jokes about fireflies, about 10,000 lightning bugs. They teach me how to dance. Beautiful, fantastic. Love that he got it then. Oh, they're talking amongst themselves. Let them.
Love that.
Yeah.
How are you? Yes, I'll see you in 3 weeks. What? What's going on?
They're going to
Oh, they're
America.
going to. Yeah, this is going to get real. Doing well. Just wondering if I can get subtitles for when Carlos talks. Oh, snap! No.
Love it.
All right. And Yo Carlos from Raj. Apparently he's in Greece right now. He was watching the
Shout
podcast from
out
Greece.
to Raj.
Shout out Raj. I
in
don't know if you're there
Greece.
still, but
How fun is that?
he
Do
said
we
about
know
to fly
him?
home tomorrow, and I'm releasing an edit of Greece. So in his channel.
So do
Great.
we know who he is, or we don't know who
He did a
is?
collab with me. He did a video on how to vlog like Carlos by Raj.
Oh, isn't that sweet?
Yeah, and he has a YouTube channel as well. And
Okay.
yeah, how are you? How's the YouTube channel? Oh, they're talking amongst
Are you
themselves
literally going to
again.
read all of the comments?
No, I don't remember which one was good. And then
Wow.
Dan is asking, did you say sexy producers, Carlos? Apparently I need to work on my pronunciation of executive producers.
Oh my gosh. Oh my god.
I think that's what they were saying. I need subtitles.
Oh.
La la la. Corinne knows Christopher McDonald
Who the heck is Christopher
and John
McDonald?
Michael Higgins
Okay.
and Barry Shakbaka Henley.
Oh my god.
Who are these people? Do you
I
know
don't
them?
know.
Okay, then you don't know. And then yours truly, Chris, is saying the first shall be dead is not dead, it's alive. Let's move on. And then there's some comments about Spotify, which I think maybe we'll discuss next podcast because they are interesting comments.
Can we just talk
About what we were
about,
talking about.
Maddie's microphone?
Maddie's microphone is working really well. And then there's this amazing question: Is Maddie's microphone on a gumball machine?
It's an M&M.
Sorta.
It's an M&M
It's an
dispenser.
M&M's dispenser, and I taped it to the table to make sure it doesn't move, so her audio quality is constant. Because we've had lots of complaints about the lady on the right in the previous podcast.
Complaints? Is that what you said?
Yeah, like I can't hear the lady on the right. What?
Like one comment. I'm not even going to call it a complaint. Sounds
And then some
rude.
people complaining about when is this gonna end. That reminds me of when I used to preach in Voltage, and there was this kid one day interrupted me. I was like, "When are you gonna stop preaching?" I'm like, "Oh my gosh, like that's so rude." That's
I've
okay. I
never
love him.
watched the
He's a great
Executive
kid.
Producers podcast before. Are they like this every time, or do they have different people?
No.
Raj, do you not
Good
love us?
Good question.
Do you not love us, Raj?
We are the executive producers.
We are, sorry.
We make the podcast, so
This could be shady.
it's all about us.
Lin-Manuel Miranda. I love that suggestion. He's a total legend. I love him.
What is a suggestion to be a financial advisor?
I guess so, yeah.
Sounds good. Does he is he in trouble with money?
No, he'd be
No.
like rolling in it. Hamilton money.
Yeah, great.
There's a lot of comments, guys.
Shelley
This
saying
is
loving the shades,
amazing.
great symbolism.
I love you, Shelley.
And then Raj said, "News love a good headline that points out money." What? Oh yeah, of course they do. Yeah, we should
Yeah,
put
yeah,
money on the
yeah, yeah.
headlines. Yeah,
You're
that's
talking
good.
so fast right now, by the way.
Me?
Yeah.
I always talk so fast. Maybe I should slow
Slow it down. Despacito.
Dan is complaining about the 15-minute thing again. I like Montanese. Yeah, sure. I like how the whole point of Carlos' B-side thing is bring bad news, and you guys are like, "Don't read that. Don't say that." Yeshua gets it. Okay, guys. Yeshua gets it.
I think he agrees with us.
Skywrite hashtag cash money. B. Is that mic taped to M&M's of Skittles? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Lucky someone already asked.
M&M's, my love, M&M's.
And Silver Show Robbie didn't react really well to the hashtag cash money because he said, "Oh, that was so low." Oh no, I think he was talking about the nudie. Okay, let's
The
not,
nudie.
Let's not bring
Let's
that
move
back.
there. Let's
Yeah.
let's not traumatize the people.
Oh boy.
And that was it. Did Carlos go for a group hug and no one joined in?
Did you go for
I
a
don't
group
remember
hug?
that. I do
I
not
don't
remember that.
I'm tired. Did we? What was the? It's a. We love you, Carlos.
Oh, Maddie didn't want to join in. That's okay.
Oh,
Sorry.
that was even more awkward now.
All right, that's it for today. Remember, executiveproducerspodcast.com for all our audio episodes. Remember, you can email me, Carlos, at executiveproducerspodcast.com.
But also email me.
Maddie at executiveproducers.com. You can also email Corinne.
executiveproducers.com.
Maddie. Edit because she already has too many emails. She doesn't want more emails.
Still funny to me.
Send it to Maddie, and Maddie will filter them out, just the good ones.
Yeah.
The good. I was gonna say something, but
Oh
I'm not
my
gonna say that
goodness.
live.
Thank you so much for joining
thanks for watching,
us.
and we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Yeah, and how do I stop this? Hold on.
To your
There's
mother.
too many windows on my screen.
Too many.
Where
Is
do
it
I
still
stop
going?
streaming
Is it
first?
still going?
Hold on, I don't know where to stop streaming.
It's still going.
I'll stop streaming on. Oh, that was 1 hour and 5 minutes. Oh my gosh.
Yep. It's
All right,
time
bye.
to
We
bed.
love you guys. You
time to
guys
bed.
are the greatest. Thank you so much for joining in, and thank you so much if you're listening to it on your way to work, on the way back from work, and